As promised, your free wellness starter kit is provided below. I'm so happy to be sharing these tools with you as they've really helped me gain clarity and control of my life over the past 5 years. I've been able to develop this work that I love and am sharing with you now, maintain great relationships with my loved ones, all while making sure my tank is full by getting adequate nutrition, exercise, rest, and playtime. I have the tools divided into two sections below for you: self-management and health management. Self-management is more commonly referred to as time management or productivity, but I really prefer to say self-management. We all have the same amount of time that passes consistently throughout the week. However, how well you manage yourself through focus and action is what determines the level of your impact at the end of it. Next, the section of health management contains 3 documents that outline the key principles and strategies that allow for your thriving well-being. They include the topics of mental health in the document Higher Level Health, nutrition and elevate your eating, and exercise in Movement Manifesto. Now, the majority of men that I work with have the most difficult time with the self-management aspect of the equation, so I'm going to discuss that subject with you first. The self-management tools below are really meant to help you get perspective by taking a bird's eye view of your life. And then with that clarity, zoom in with laser focus to daily tasks. By maintaining the big picture foremost, it really allows you to contribute meaningfully to the vision that you have for your life, while engaging with the daily tasks. It also allows you to gracefully and wisely adapt to changes around you that will inevitably arise. So first, you need to explore and declare what really matters to you and why. What do you value? When you don't have these things clearly in mind, the day can often seem like you're just spinning in circles. This is the most important first step. Engaging in some thorough self-examination will also allow you to discover what values you may have right now that don't serve your highest expression as a man. Values you may have inherited from your family or greater community as a child. Now, I've discovered all my needs really fall into 5 categories. So I've included 5 forms for each of those categories that will allow you to deeply explore your life and needs. They're the categories of health, community, work, wealth, and recreation. Now, there's so much more to discuss about these documents, but I'm going to do that at a later time. Next, the specific behaviors form will allow you to outline the key behaviors that bring the greatest results for each of the areas of your life. In the professional world, these are known as KPIs, or key performance indicators. They're behaviors that most impact your performance in a given endeavor. It's important to know here that there are varying weights of importance with different areas of your life that I've found to be pretty universal, so the form is structured to honor that. Now, your health, for instance, is the foundation to your performance in all other areas of life. So your health is priority number 1. You've neglected your health for too long. It's time to develop a clear, peaceful mind and a strong, conditioned body so you can maintain a great quality of life and so you can be your best for yourself and everyone around you. Now, after you've clearly outlined what you value, and the behaviors that make the most positive impact in each area of your life, it's enormously helpful to then structure the week around honoring those behaviors. So you'll then create a rough outline of what your week will look like. Now, it's not going to be incredibly time or activity sensitive, so there's plenty of freedom and room to be flexible. But you will have blocks of time in each day dedicated to a different area of your life. When you're finished, your weekly routine should invest your time in a balanced way into all your responsibilities. Now, once you've established a balanced routine, you can now create specific SMART goals if you want to quantify your progress in each area. These goals are the least important piece of the puzzle to your life. Specific outcomes and timeframes may need to change due to the dynamic nature of life, but they're very useful in knowing what direction you're actually headed. This system really works. It's structured yet flexible. It allows for very specific goal setting, yet it always highlights the core values that make them meaningful. However, just like any system, it will take some time to really ingrain in your mind and get used to. There are also so many intricate nuances that act as the glue that bind these processes and system together, like weekly reflection and weekly projections and so forth. Since you're a busy man, it'll be enormously helpful to have the proper support and guidance while you're exploring these concepts further and establishing your new behaviors. If you try it alone, the probability is greatest that you're going to revert back to old, comfortable tendencies. All right, now we can explore the principles that allow for your personal health contained in the 3 health management documents, starting with your body's need for movement. Your body was designed to move, and the most basic prescription you can have to ensure a healthy body is to just move routinely in all the ways your joints allow. Bend the things that bend, twist the things that bend, twist the things that twist. Just stay active. To make things easy, you can think of your body as having 7 basic movement patterns that you should engage in. Bend, squat, lunge, push, pull, twist, and gait, which is a combination of the previous movements. And within these, you're really looking to develop the qualities of strength, stamina, flexibility, and balance. The beauty is that as you nurture these qualities through training, they're growing in your body and your mind. So you'll begin to see them permeate every area of your life. Okay, next, let's look at your body's need for nutrition. To properly and efficiently fuel your body, you need certain macronutrients and micronutrients. The macronutrients, as you probably know, are your fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. The micronutrients are your vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals. Think of the macronutrients as foods you eat in high quantities that act as the building blocks of your body. The micronutrients are components of your food you need in smaller quantities that serve more regulatory functions and body processes. To again keep it simple, if you eat a balanced assortment of these macronutrients at each meal, with vegetables that are rich in color, serving primarily as your carbohydrate source, your diet's going to be incredibly healthy. Just look at the picture to the right. And lastly, it's important to know that no foods are inherently bad. As omnivores, our guts are pretty versatile. It's all about the frequency and intensity with which you consume food. So by all means, enjoy desserts and other indulgence meals that are a little less nutrient dense. There's actually a lot of psychological value to it. Enjoy your food. Okay, now it's time to discuss the most important subject pertaining to your health, and that's why I've saved it for last. Having the right mental environment is critical to putting all these pieces together. If you don't have that, all the rest of what I've shared is going to fall apart. Essentially, all the circumstances you see around you first started in your mind. And that's because your life is 100% a product of your choices. Those choices also follow a certain natural progression. You see, you start with a worldview. You interpret your experiences through that worldview, which then elicits certain thoughts and emotions regarding that experience. And from those thoughts and emotions, you make a decision on how to act. Now, the beauty is, all events that happen in your life are inherently meaningless. They're neutral occurrences. Your power lies in your ability to choose your interpretation of them as either positive or negative. And you do this by using the space between any stimulus and your response to decide how you wish to respond. Amazingly enough, this mental disposition that you maintain has a huge effect on your physical health. It can slow down or ramp up your metabolism, drastically impair your thinking capacity, and have a whole host of other effects. So it's paramount that you get control of your thoughts as they truly shape your life. Well, we've covered a lot of ground, and now I want to ask, are you ready to finally get control back of your health and of your life? If you've decided that now is the time, I highly recommend you take the decision seriously and get support on your journey. It takes a great commitment to make the changes you're seeking. And with your busy life, do you really need to be putting more on your shoulders? I'm sure you're a highly capable man, so I know that you can figure it all out eventually for yourself. But let's be honest, you've been thinking about it and trying for a long time. Let me help you finally make some real, lasting change. If you're interested in talking with me personally about where you are and where you'd like to go, how to actually implement all the concepts that I've just discussed, you can schedule a free phone consultation with me. Just scroll to the bottom of the page and follow the link to be taken to my calendar. Pick a time that works for both of us, and I'll reach out to you shortly. I'm really excited to hear from you soon and to help you take your life to the next level. But until then, I wish you well.